Frank Sinatra Day. Out of all the celebrations, they all have the same meaning: peace and unity throughout the earth. Today, I'll be speaking to you about Kwanzaa. I'll tell you how Kwanzaa was first started, the meaning behind Kwanzaa, and how it's celebrated. To begin with, I'll tell you how Kwanzaa was first started. Kwanzaa was started by Dr. Maluna Karenga. He was the founder. He wanted to create a holiday for black people where they could celebrate being African American. He was in Pan-African Americanism. And a Pan-African centric person is someone that believes that African is being the way to go. When he originally created Kwanzaa, it was an alternate for Christmas. He felt that Christmas and Christians were brought about from the Europeans or the slave people. A few years later, he changed his statement and said that it's okay for Christians to celebrate Kwanzaa. This happened in about the late 1967. The first Kwanzaa was celebrated December of 1967. December of 1967. It started December of 1966. Now that I've spoken to you about the history of Kwanzaa, I'm going to tell you the meaning behind it. There are 7 principles associated with Kwanzaa. There is Umoja, which means unity. There's Kujimaji, which means self-determination. There's Ujima, which is responsibility. Ujama, which is family. Naya, purpose. Amani, faith. And Kumba, creativity. Each of these were a part of the Pan-African principle. People of the Pan-African believed that these were the principles that the Africans used back when African civilization was thriving before the slave master came and got them. These are the symbols. I don't know if you can see them, but these are the symbols for each of them. Now that I've spoken to you about the meaning of Kwanzaa, I'm going to talk to you about how it's celebrated. There are many things that happens in Kwanzaa. It's a 7-day process. It's from December 26th to January 1st. Each day a different candle is lit. There's the red candles, 3 red candles, 3 green candles, and 1 black candles. The black candle symbolizes, African American, our ancestors. The red candle symbolizes the blood that our ancestors shed. And the green candle symbolizes fertileness, the growth that we're going to have. And each day a candle is lit. And on the last day, the black candle is lit. Each of the candle has a meaning. So on that day, as the meanings I told you, on the first day, Umoja would be lit, and so on and so forth. The food that is ate throughout Kwanzaa they're really big on vegetables, fruits and vegetables, because they believe that those were the fruits or the crop that our ancestors had. So fruits and vegetables. There's also corn. Corn is a big symbol in Kwanzaa, and if you go to a Kwanzaa celebration, they should have corn. Corn means, the sun, the light, the grain of the harvest, and they're really big on that. Now that I've spoken to you about the food, we're going to talk about the clothes. Kwanzaa clothes are usually African textile clothing. The men and women wear something that is known as a dashiki. A dashiki is a big, long shirt or dress for the women. It stops to about here. The men wear what you call a hele, which is the cap. And the women wear a kaftan. And the kaftan is like a shawl that goes over their body. These are very stylish, and they're worn throughout every day that the candle is lit. On the last day of Kwanzaa, there's a gift exchange, and the gifts don't necessarily have to be an African gift. They could be anything that the person wants, but usually they try to, make it something more tribal, like a nice wooden vase or something. Today, I've spoken to you about what Kwanzaa is, how it started, and the meanings behind it. Despite all of the holidays that we celebrate throughout the month of December, the goal of all of them is to bring peace and unity throughout the earth. And I wish that all for the best to be for all of you. Have a happy holiday.